mean, I haven't thought about it. I really, honestly haven't thought about it. That's the... Well put. Well, to be honest, I'm a huge, and this is again, I'm saying this with all humility at my command. I'm a huge fan of the kind of programming that that Discovery Network does. And at any given point of time, if there's television on in my house, it will be Discovery. There'll probably be an animal thing going on or something to do with trucks, but it's the only channel that plays in my house. I don't really end up watching much fiction. Well, statistically, I mean, you of course have, and that's a real-time sort of a video that was made by Abhijit. He just went out and asked about 10 people, and we got release forms signed by all of them, what they really thought about women drivers. And the shocking thing was there were some women agreeing that they were bad drivers, which was like terrible for me. But to be honest, there are two things I'd like to share on that front. One, that statistically, women are involved in fewer car accidents. I'll also be really honest about that and tell you why that is the case. Fewer women drive. But statistically, fewer women will be in accidents. Two, I think the gender stereotypification in our society is so strong that if there is a boy and a girl in the house, chances are the boy will get to learn how to drive first. And then the sister will just never get an opportunity. Nahi, beta hai, bhai chala lega, bhai drop kar dega. So I feel, I mean, I know some great women drivers. I know some rallyists like Nawaz Bathena, like Sarika Sherawat. I mean, these are all big-time rally drivers. Abdullah, there's this girl, forget her first name. Again, somebody I've interacted with a lot. So there are a lot of girls out there who compete with men at the same standard as you know, that men and women would be judged by. But I would just take cover under the statistics that lesser women are involved in accidents. So I don't believe women are bad drivers. They could be victims of stereotypification, wherein they maybe don't get their hands at the wheel as often as they should. So maybe we should just let more women drive to actually find out if they are as good or as bad as men. Yes. I think a lot of people asked me, even when we were on the road, that how are you both managing? In fact, Swati is on the show, talking to me and saying, we are two women in the middle of nowhere. So my answer to her was, nobody knows we're women. Ek baar raat ho gayi, andhera ho gaya, to kisko malum gaadi mein kaun hai? But the truth of the matter is, the first thumb rule I have as a woman driver is to drive in daylight hours. And not as a woman driver, as anybody on an adventure road trip. You want to not be driving at night if you can help it. Two, as much planning as you can do, it only holds you in good stead. So know where you're going to be spending your nights, get confirmations. This business of turning up at places and looking for places to stay should be avoided at all costs, although we ended up doing that. But we had a booking, we couldn't find the camp at night because we got so late and lights were all out. So always make a plan. Just going with the flow and dekling it doesn't really work with adventure travel. Adventure is all about taking calculated risks. It's not about being reckless. So that's one is try and drive in daylight hours. Two, always have your night halts planned in advance. Always carry emergency rations because you never know in the mountains when there could be a landslide and you could be stranded on the roadside. I was for one entire night, one time about 3-4 years ago. And last but not least, someone should always expect you at your destination. So that in case you don't reach by a reasonable, sort of, even after making reasonable allowance, if you don't reach your destination, then somebody should be aware that these guys are missing. So which is why most mountain regions will have checkposts, particularly before starting a pass. There'll be a police checkpost, will they do an entry, and then once you again cross another checkpost. So there is some kind of a system in place, but knowing that somebody is aware of your arrival is always a good idea. Of course, that goes without saying. Reliability is very, very important.
Ma'am, what do you think of the recent trend of women
I think it's maturity of our society to some extent, and I think in no ways is it, I would say, the norm. It is still the exception. Cinema, unfortunately, world over, is a male-dominated industry. Whether and that's reflected in, if you just look at a cross section of films being made either in Hollywood or in Bollywood. A, B, if you look at the remuneration of male actors vis-a-vis female actors. So what we're seeing right now is the resurgence of women-centric stories. And I do hope this trend continues, and maybe we can actually set the bar really high for maybe Hollywood to follow. Because Hollywood just sees a couple women-centric films a year that are successful. And what we have seen in the last 2 years in India especially has been very, very welcoming of a change in society. So I do hope we can continue this, and I hope we can show Hollywood a thing or two about some degree of gender parity. Yeah, I think, any more questions?
Are we done here?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay, so maybe we'll just head out.
Head out.